Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about Tesla because is Tesla being deceptive about their autopilot and self-driving options for their cars? Heads up, Tesla users and owners, this is important to you. Now, this is coming from CNBC, and I thought this was really interesting, and let's get to it. The California DMV, or Department of Motor Vehicles, has accused Tesla of engaging in deceptive practices around the marketing of its driver assistance systems, which are branded Autopilot and Full Self-Driving, or FSD, here in the United States, and that is according to a filing with the state's administrative agencies. Now, Elon Musk's electric car business obviously risks more than its reputation here. In a worst-case scenario, the company could temporarily lose the license which allows it to operate as a vehicle manufacturer and auto dealer in California. Meaning, if California DMV judges against Tesla, they may lose their ability to make their cars in that state as well as sell them in that state as well. Now, in a pair of July 28th filings with the California Office of Administration hearings, an official and attorneys for the DMV wrote, and I quote, "Instead of simply identifying product or brand names, these quote-unquote autopilot and quote self-driving capability end quote labels and descriptions represent vehicles equipped with the ADAS features will operate as autonomous vehicles, but vehicles equipped with those ADAS features could not at the time of those advertisements and cannot now operate as autonomous vehicles," essentially saying that Tesla was advertising fully autonomous vehicles or self-driving vehicles when at the time those vehicles could not do it. And to this day, as of July 28th, like 10 days ago, they still could not. Now, Tesla includes its autopilot driver assistance features in all of its newly manufactured cars and sells a premium full self-driving or FSD option for $12,000 up front or on a subscription basis for basically $200 a month. Sometimes the company sells an enhanced autopilot option with a portion of the premium features included. Only Tesla owners who have the company's premium FSD system can install and participate in FSD beta. Owners must obtain a high driver safety score as determined by the Tesla software that monitors their driving. Yes, it knows how you drive, and then obviously they have to maintain that in order to keep using the beta options of this. The company said it has rolled out this beta access to more than 100,000 drivers already, mostly in the United States. Now, automakers, including Tesla, are now required to report significant collisions involving advanced driver assist systems to the NTSB, or National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Board. Now, Tesla vehicles have comprised around 70% or more of the 270 reported crashes involving these systems between June of last year through June of this year, according to federal figures released earlier in July of this year. The data isn't meant to indicate which car maker systems might be the safest. Obviously, Tesla's been pushing self-driving features very hard, so they are 70% of all of the 270 crashes involving autonomous anything in a vehicle. Now, the NTSA has also initiated at least 37 special crash investigations into collisions that involve Tesla vehicles where the company's driver assistance systems were thought to be a factor. At least 17 fatalities resulted from those collisions that inspired the NHTSA, basically to get into these special crash envisions. The NHTSA also opened an evaluation of Tesla's autopilot technology to confirm whether it is defective and needs to be recalled after a string of crashes in which Tesla vehicles struck emergency responder vehicles that were standing still. So there you go. Obviously, it's in beta mode. Now let's talk about that for a minute, because I think that is kind of a terrifying thing in the sense that beta basically means the software is development and you've got a whole bunch of people testing it out, looking for bugs, looking for quirks. I don't necessarily know if I want to be driving next to a Tesla or in front of a Tesla or behind a Tesla, and that thing is in beta mode because maybe it's going to do something that I hate to be the guinea pig for when it crashes into me or brakes suddenly for no reason at all on a completely open road and I slam into the back of this thing, or it merges lanes and hits me. These are things that we actually have to talk about. Now, what's interesting about this is recently on my show, and by recently I mean within the last year or so, I believe, I actually had a car expert on my radio show. His name is Doug Demuro. You may have seen his super popular YouTube channel, also named Doug Demuro. He's a car reviewer, a car expert, all those kinds of things. And I had this conversation about the future of car tech with him, and one of those things that we talked about were self-driving cars. You know, is Tesla nailing this? And he said no. We're decades off from this. And he said, think about it this way. He goes, Nick, you're in Chicago. He goes, it's a beautiful sunny day. You know, it's dry. There's, you know, no rain, no nothing. He's like, and you're basically in this Tesla. Would it work for you? Sure, probably. But, you know, when it's February and snowing, do you really want this autopilot figuring out how to maneuver in this kind of snow? And that's the point. And I think what we have here is something that is being developed. It's very interesting, but the way Elon Musk is hawking this and promoting this, and I've done videos on, is Elon Musk a charlatan or a visionary on these kinds of things? It seems to me like a lot of this is hype, a lot of this is push, a lot of this is I want to have the trendiest possible thing possible, and this is one of those trendiest things, and here we are. So if you are driving a Tesla, heads up to you. If you're using the fully autonomous, capabilities of it, self-driving and all of that, I understand you've got to touch the wheel and stuff. I've also seen videos where people have rigged things to assume, or to make the wheel assume that it is being touched to keep on going, and then they try to fall asleep in the car or change seats on the highway, all those kinds of things. Understand this technology is not perfected. Understand that if you're using a current version of it right now, there's 100,000 people in beta mode using your version plus new features, telling me there are probably quirks and issues that you don't necessarily know about, and I really would hate to see you hit an ambulance or a tree or drive off a cliff or just have your car do something that it shouldn't have done, like blow a stop sign and hit kids or something. So please, if you're using these features from Tesla, make sure you're doing them responsibly. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and also please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everyone.